Okay, Jack the Giant. We got this through Netflix, so it wasn't in 3D or anything like that. It stars, well, Ewan McGregor is one of your main characters, but your male lead was the same guy who was in Warm Bodies. And he's kind of dry. I've never seen him in anything else, but he doesn't really show a lot of emotion until the very, very end of the movie. So, of course, he gets a set of magic beans. Very early on in the movie, they described that the beans were once thought to possess the pathway to heaven, because magic beans all goes up into the sky. However, that somewhat led to the giants to come down. They then killed the giant, took its heart, and forged a crown. You need to know those two plot points. If you miss the first couple minutes in the movie, the rest of it will make no sense to you at all. So, of course, Jack is supposed to go sell his horse, accidentally sells it for a handful of magic beans, told out to keep the beans dry, don't get them wet. The princess, also rambunctious, because that's how princesses are in movies, runs away from home, happens to make it to Jack's house while it is raining. The beans get wet. Isabella is still stuck inside the house, goes up, makes her way to the giant kingdom, and is captured by the giants. King sends a bunch of men to try to go get his daughter back from the giant kingdom. I have to say this. When the people are interacting with the terrain, normally it looks really good. Other times there are moments where there's absolutely horrible CGI, horrible blue screen. The giants look really interesting. However, I think they went a little bit overboard with the giants are sick and disgusting. Alright, so this one is going to eat his own boogers. This one's going to scratch his armpits and smell it. Okay. This one's going to have really bad gas. So they try to throw in little kind of like, sophomore humor here and there. And the giants do eat people. So they do show a person being picked up, and then the giant doing this, and then the camera cuts away. So they more or less show that the people are being eaten. In one scene, there's a person, he goes in the giant's mouth, spits out the armor. So they do show that. They do show people being eaten. But then they throw in weird sophomore humor. When the humans and the giants interact, you can really tell that the human is on a soundstage. There are moments where the effects look pretty bad. So if you see this in 3D, it would be a lot more of a sharper contrast with, oh, he's obviously not in that room. Which is sad, because that really takes away a lot of the movie. When it looks like some backgrounds that should be nice and three-dimensional look two-dimensional. And of course, it ends up leading to the giant battle between the giants and the humans. But that's okay, because there's this magical Deus Ex Machina crown that can be used to control the giants. Most of them don't have names, with the exception of Fee, Fi, Fo, and Fum. Yes, Fee, Fi, Fo, Fum. In the very end, when they describe what happened to the crown afterwards, I get what they were trying to do, but it just came off very, very poor.